Hello. Hey, hello, my friends and my fellow Harmonauts, and welcome to the Harmony Garage. Happy 2-year anniversary. Happy second birthday. This one is just going to be an update right now. I think I'm going to try to work on doing an AMA or a interview sometime a little bit later this week. I know that just earlier today, we ended up dropping the fantastic interview. Well, I always say everything is fantastic. But we dropped that interview with Drew Stone from last week. Now, like I said in the interview, I really do believe that privacy is a very essential piece of our future of being able to do the things that we want to do in our lives. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing products like what Web is building, how that'll help us recapture the privacy that we gave away without even thinking about it, really. But that's a soapbox that I will climb onto, and it's not this box right there. That box is for box jumps, which my wife does, but not me. So in any case, let me get into the updates. I am rambling, I am talking, and some people don't necessarily love that. I mean, Alex Hogan over on YouTube, he made it very clear. He goes, Sam, 20 minutes is plenty. It's never enough time with my friends, with my fellow Harmonauts. And I love reading all of these comments. I'm beginning to recognize people and talk about things about what's happening. And we're actually getting this back and forth, which actually brings up another point that I'd love to see you. Now, I usually read all the comments, of course, and I just pick and choose the ones that I think are going to be interesting. When you see a comment that you like, upvote it. This next time I do the Harmony update where I read the comments, I'm just going to pick the ones that are the top ranked. And please don't make me curse. I mean, I will, damn it, but please don't make me curse. All right, so Abraham Akipeti, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. He had 2 great comments to some videos earlier this week. First, he said, I have been looking forward to these videos. And then also earlier today, he posted on the Drew Stone interview, is it just me or does anybody else feel the way that Sam articulates his thoughts is getting better with every video he is putting out there? Abhiram, thank you. That is thank you. My thoughts are not that organized. They go miles an hour. So I appreciate you believing something in me that my mom also believes in me. She thinks I'm very organized. Then also K-Real took a stab at me. He goes, hey, Sam, did your wife put you in the garage? Yeah, she did. But honestly, it came from COVID. I mean, I have 3 kids. 2 of them were in school. My wife works full time. I work full time. So we were really just trying to figure out a way where we weren't stepping and standing on each other in the middle of our Zoom calls, in the middle of distance learning. And as you can tell, I'm kind of loud. And so when I'm on a Zoom call and I'm getting really excited about something, my wife's boss also hears me. And so I got sent to the garage. That's all right. I like it here, right? I have rings in the background all the time. And then I also wanted to mention, so Swoleful Ready to Roll, which by the way is one of my favorite usernames since ex-Londoner a couple weeks back. He or she said, great job, guys. Really enjoy becoming part of Harmony. Need a shirt to rock. Funny you should mention that. My buddy Dragon over at store.harmony.one is now accepting One tokens as payment. So head on over there, use your One tokens, buy a shirt. I have several shirts from him specifically, plus a jacket and a sweatshirt that you'll probably see as the weather starts to turn. Hopefully not anytime soon. But check it out. He has really, really good stuff. And then this comment from Brian Reeves over on YouTube was so nice. He says, Sam, thank you for the updates. I love the AMA, but honestly, you're my favorite. They picked the perfect person for this media format. Keep it up. I'm looking forward to the future of Harmony and seeing where we travel together. I don't know why I did that voice, but it was fun. So maybe I'll start doing more. No, I won't. I promise. I'm sorry. Don't unsubscribe. I'm sorry. Okay. So those are the comments. Again, I thoroughly enjoy you guys. You are terrific. Let us turn over into some of these update. One of the first really great announcements or updates from this last week, and I'm sure everybody saw it, was the full stack deployment for SushiSwap. This is great. I mean, SushiSwap is one of the leaders, of course, in DeFi, and bringing them all the way onto Harmony, their entire stack, all of their applications is absolutely terrific. They will be giving, of course, a multi-chain AMM, which is great. Cashy lending is also fantastic, and that's coming to Harmony as well. The bento box dApps, they're also uh, coming, and X Sushi staking, and also Onsen. Now, Onsen is interesting because Onsen is Sushi has yield farms, right? Now, most of their permanent farms are for tokens that are proven, I guess, for lack of a better word. They've been around the block a lot, and they've shown their longevity. And so they have a secondary farming setup called Onsen, where ones that need a little bit of more gray hairs, a little bit more experience, to make sure that they are uh, established, that we don't have any rug pulls, that there's no scamming taking place. That ends up on Onsen. Now we will have 1 ETH farming pairs on Onsen, and part of our Harmony's incentive package for the partnership, the full stack partnership with SushiSwap, will be some incentives there over on Onsen. Now, this incentive package that we put together to help accelerate the adoption of sushi over here on Harmony includes $4 million worth of incentives. $2 million, of course, in liquidity mining rewards directly for sushi on Harmony. Another $2 million for rewards in the Kashi borrowing and lending pool. So take a look at that. We are also, of course, doing those incentives for Onsen. And what I'm using for a segue into our next topic is we are also putting $100,000 behind prizes in our upcoming $1 million hackathon, specifically dedicated to sushi-centric challenges that we hope to see people build out and build something awesome with the Sushi and Harmony partnership, that we are putting $100,000 behind those specific prizes as part of a larger hackathon. So this is terrific. So the big incentives, great products, SushiSwap, full stack, coming to Harmony. That's update number one. Now, update number two that I want to talk to you guys about is this $1 million hackathon. Now, our goal is to bring consensus to 10 billion people. There are a lot of unpacking that we have to do in that sort of a goal. First off, consensus. We don't mean consensus like cryptocurrency consensus. We love that term and we love what it does actually in the consensus world. But what we actually mean is consensus from a meaning of agreement and coming together and unifying around a cause. So consensus for 10 billion. Problem is that math doesn't quite add up there. There's about 7 to 8 billion people in the world right now, so we need another couple billion. So get busy. Um, uh, but to make this all happen, we need to expand the pie. This isn't just simply about getting everybody who's already in crypto to be holders of one, not just these people. We need to move out and beyond crypto. And so we have launched, and we are launching a $1 million hackathon that it will kickstart that process of moving out beyond just the crypto universe. We'll have more details to come a little bit later in July. Of course, this has been a very, very busy couple of weeks and couple of days for Harmony, which is terrific. But that is watch for that. Watch this space under construction. In July, we'll be announcing all of the details around the $1 million hackathon, focusing on bringing outside blood into crypto, which was really exciting. Now, this next update I am particularly excited about because our Explorer sucked. I know everyone talked about that way before I joined the project, way before I started doing these updates and these videos. But honestly, the Explorer, okay, I have to be nice. I could never in a million years build an Explorer like that, like the older one. But I'm very happy that we have a new one. The beta for Explorer V2 launched, and you can go try it out. beta.explore.harmony.one. I feel like we're running out of dots and we have to use like that's a lot of dots. So check it out. There's also a video, a walkthrough video that's been posted to this channel. So you can also watch that and see some of the ways in which you can use the Explore. So please go check it out. And of course, like and subscribe and mash that notification buttons. Do all the things that help. Because at the end of the day, it's not simply about you getting great information, being entertained in this garage of entertainment, but it's so other people can join us in our consensus for 10 billion. So check that out. On to the next update. I missed this because I was busy working, but there was a fantastic partnership between daVinci and Quidd that we saw last week. So Quidd released something they called the Gallery Treasures, 3D images of famous artworks from galleries, and they released several Monets that went up for auction last week, and I completely missed it. But that's amazing. I mean, you guys saw my interview with Quidd. I love what they're doing. I love this piece, and now they're not just bridging, the Atari cartridges that I almost grew up with. I'm just a touch too young to have had an Atari. But now they're moving also into these other collectibles as well. A piece of art, a 3D rendering of a piece of Monet. Very cool stuff. So congratulations to Quidd. Congratulations to the team over at daVinci as well for putting that on and checking that out. Now let's turn a little bit to happy birthday, Harmony. There's a massive event. Crypto Wolf of Wall Streets has put on a fantastic event. By the time this video goes up, it will be over. But we have been doing amazing things. And importantly, we dropped a video, way better than any of the videos that I've ever done here in the garage, of Stephen and of Sahil and of RJ talking about the history, the vision, the path, what Harmony is and what Harmony will be. So go, and again, it's in this channel. It's probably somewhere below here, or maybe not there, maybe over here on the thing. Check it out. It's about 38 minutes long. We're going to cut it into smaller segments like we have for some of the other garage videos we've done. But it's all good content. Check it out. You'll get to know Sahil better, RJ better, and Stephen better, of course, and you'll like what you hear. It's a great, I know, I'm just in love with these people, but it really is fun. It really is good. So check it out. Moving on to the next update. How do I approach this? Because I know for some of us, COVID is beginning to recede, and we made it through this horrible pandemic that nobody that we've ever met has had to deal with. For others, we're dealing with variants, we're dealing with other issues, so it's not quite over yet. But at least here in California and the United States in general, we're beginning to open up again, which means one of my favorite things to do is beginning to happen. Meeting all of you in person. We're getting to see meetups and events happen. And for example, there are going to be members of the Harmony team that are going to be in Paris in July. I'm not personally going, but at ETCC, and that is awesome. So that's terrific. But also on July 10th, which is just in a few weeks, up in San Francisco. Let me get the details. It's at a place called House, Haus Coffee, on July 10th at 2 p.m. We're going to have a meetup. We are sponsoring a meetup with BitGo, and we're getting together with the San Francisco blockchain developer group, and we're going to finally start meeting each other in person again. I am fully vaccinated, Pfizer vaccine, so I'm very excited to be there and meet people. I ask everyone to remain safe and follow the science, but I'm so excited to see you all. I hope that this is just the beginning of rolling out many more events and meeting people in person, because we are a community, and it's great to be able to chat online and through Zoom calls and on Telegram or Twitter or Discord, but I want to have this conversation. I think it's a lot of fun. So there you go. There's another update. So it's again July 10th in San Francisco at 2 p.m. Be there, or be square, as my grandma used to say. So I want to turn this next update is a little bit less of an update, little bit more of a. I'm going to see if I can pull together a lot of various details in one place, so everyone can understand what happened, what has been happening, and how we've adjusted, kind of moving forward. This all goes back to the Mainnet instabilities from what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So, as always, we do want to strive to improve our communication. So, one of the things that we did after the RPC issues and the mainnet instability issues the other week is we set up something called status.harmony.one. Again, we're using a lot of dots. And this is a place that anyone can go and see how the mainnet itself is performing. We want to be as responsive as possible. So please, if you see an issue, say something. Never fear to write up an issue or a request into our GitHub, and make it public, and see how we respond and how that is working out, because we want to be as responsive as possible. This blockchain is run and owned by our community. That token shows you that you have a stake. It is a proof of stake network. You have a stake in what happens here. So check that out. Now, additionally, on top of that, talk.harmony.one is another great place, especially if you are running a DApp or you're running a service or something that has been affected by the RPC calls or any of the mainnet instabilities. I don't want to ask a bunch of people to come and complain to us about, hey, your shirt is too blue. But if you have had a DApp that has dealt with some of the mainnet instability issues, let us know how that affected you. I want to see details. Well, actually, RJ, Leo, and the tech team want to see details. We want to see information about how this actually affected you so we can build better and build the better solutions so that it doesn't affect you going forward. I know earlier today it looked like we may have possibly started being spammed again. There may be some more updates later in the week, but so far the network is handling it just fine. I mentioned it to one of the tech team, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we saw it. Everything's still okay." So that's great, right? That means that what our solution that we implemented and the build that we did is working perfectly. We improved the Explorer schema to improve both efficiency and stability. So that's really good. And about the RPC stuff, we also improved our monitoring and alerting regarding any issues with the RPC. And honestly, you guys have heard a lot of the details already about how we have working to fix that and make that mainnet even more and more stable. Things have been going very, very well, and we are still very excited to see what happens. But in case anything else happens, don't hesitate to reach out. I want to be Harmony, not just me. We all want to be as radically accountable as we possibly can be and responsive. We have amazing talent at our fingertips. We just have to deploy it in the right way. All right. So moving on to the next update. The next thing I want to talk about a little bit is just an announcement that I'm sure you've seen in a bunch of different places. We have a mandatory upgrade that has some of the updates that the community has all voted on for upgrading the protocol. So the mainnet release 4.1.8 is up, and it's a mandatory upgrade so that at epoch 631 or 631, which I believe is going to be around July 7th, these changes will be implemented. The updates are we've talked about the lowering the barrier to delegation, right? So we were at 1,000 for a super long time. As of July 7th, it's going to round July 7th. It's going to drop down to 100 ones to be able to delegate. That's the minimum number to delegate. The other thing that we're also doing is moving the fee or the commission that validators need to have to be able to run this as a business from 0 to 5% after 100 epochs of running their validator. So both of those will be implemented. The third one being implemented is our EPOS constraints, are the borders there. We're moving from 15% to 35%, which should improve the fairness of the effective proof of stake. So all three of those are happening in this next update. So if you run a validator, make sure you update. This is a mandatory upgrade. Get it done. I don't need to tell you guys this. I'm sure that the validator DAO is making sure it happens. Talking about DAOs, I'm so excited about this because I've been working on it for so long and it is currently happening. I don't know whether or not this video will be up before or after we know the results of the community DAO election. So we have 7 wonderful community members that are all thrown their hat into the ring, and 2 of them are going to have to go away very sad and disappointed because we'll have 5 members of the initial council for the community DAO. And those 7 people are, we have Globy, Sir Sapient, Bricktop1, who I believe I'm engaged to, according to Twitter. I have to talk to my wife about that. Biosensi, Colin, Gian, and Business Time are all running to be elected for being the initial council members for the community DAO. I've been working with all of these guys for a little while. I will have to mea culpa a little bit here. I was trying to do a very not complicated, but just a tech intensive voting mechanism that it is possible, but I didn't jump on it until the very last minute. And what ended up happening, not the very, very last minute, but what ended up happening is with the Explorer, with Sushi, with several other projects that are really exciting that I'm very excited for you guys all to hear about. It ended up not being part of the top 5 priorities for a tech stack, for our tech team. And so it slipped a little bit, but I did not want the election itself to slip. I wanted the election really to be running right now and for us to nail down that community DAO leadership by the end of this month. And we will have the results on the 1st of July, which is really exciting. Now, the other thing that we have going on is, of course, the dev captains. Now, you know, because I've mentioned it multiple times, that on Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, we have a developer call. This developer call, we have also grabbed several dev captains, and let me tell you who they are. Aaron, Dylan, Siv, Bruno, Kruger, Tony, Adam, and Devon are all dev captains. And they will help us bring the development of the Harmony protocol into the hands of the community and bring experience and expertise and technical capabilities, expanding that and scaling that beyond where we currently are. And I'm very excited and I welcome them. They should be welcoming me to the project because most of them have probably been here longer than I have. But as a more of a public and outward facing figure, welcome dev captains. And thank you so much for your work and your commitment to Harmony. I really appreciate that. Thank you for sticking with me. This is a longer update than I'm normally doing. But you guys, it's been great being with you. And I will see you next time here in the Harmony Garage.